In this session we shall see the various steps involved in the design of grade-separated interchange at a highway crossroad. The design involves two intersecting main highways. One highway is elevated at the intersection with either end is at grade, and another highway throughout at grade, and we need to design 4 loops connecting the at grade with elevated highways and 4 slip roads connecting the adjacent sides of the 2 highways at the ground levels. The new design of loops and the slip roads for horizontal alignment and vertical profile for the acceleration and deceleration lanes with taper zones for diverge and merge are shown in separate tutorial videos, and here we shall process the tutorial data to see the complete design. Create project for interchange design. Select Heads Pro main menu item file, then select working folder. As the dialog box opens, the working folder is selected as work, click on button OK. Select Heads Pro main menu item file, then new / open interchange design. Next, as the project workspace opens, click on button Open Tutorial Example Data. The project name comes as Tutorial Interchange Design. The survey data type is mentioned as Total Station. As the message comes, click on buttons OK and again on OK. Process total station survey data for slip roads. Step 1. Select tab Process Survey Data. As the page opens for Step 1, Ground Model, click on button Create Ground Model. The message comes for model.lst and model.fill files are created. Click on Color Space for the survey feature in the list. As the color box comes, select a desired color, click on button Apply. Next, click on button Draw. The features for spot levels are drawn in the display window with ground elevations. Step 2, select tab for Step 2, Triangulation. Click on buttons Select All and then Create Triangulation Model. As the process box comes, click on button Proceed. As the process is over, the message comes, click on button OK to close the message window. Step 3, select tab for Step 3, Contour. For primary contours, the model name is Contour, string label C001, contour increment is 0.1 meter. For secondary contours, the model name is Contour, string label C005, contour increment is 0.5 meter. For contour elevation text, the model name is Contour, string label ELEV, at contour increment is 0.5 meter. Click on button Create Contour Model. As the process comes, click on button Run. As the process is over, click on button Save. Click on button Quit to finish the process. Next, click on button Create Contour Model, and the contours are drawn in the display window. Interchange Design. Next, select tab Interchange Design. There are tab pages from Step 4 through Step 10. As the page opens for Step 4 for horizontal alignment, the item is selected as Process Halon Design Data. There are 10,200 Halon data in this tutorial example, as displayed in the left bottom panel. These are for the design of horizontal alignments for 2 main intersecting crossroads MC01 and MC02. For loops L001, L002, L003, and L004 and 4 slip roads S001, S002, S003 and S004 connecting the 2 main crossroads. In other design work there may be some more or less number of alignments. Click on button Proceed. The process dialog box comes with 10 Halon designs in batch mode to process one after another. Click on button Proceed. As the process dialog box comes, once again click on button Proceed. As the process finishes, the message comes about the design report, click on button OK, then Finish. This is to be repeated for each of the 10 design processes. As the designs of 10 alignments are over, click on button Finish. Next, click on button View Halen Design. The dialog box comes for drawing all the 10 alignment strings. Click on button Draw Strings and the 10 alignment strings are drawn on the right side window. Selection of cross sections for main intersecting highways, loops and slip roads. Next, select the tab Page 4 Step 5 for selecting and applying desired typical cross-section for the two main intersection highways as typical cross-sections TCS01 for the elevated highway, TCS02 for the at-grade highway, TCS03 for 4 loop roads, and TCS04 for 4 slip roads. These are for UK type of left-sided traffic. TCS are different for USA type of right-sided traffic. Next, user has to click on button Save Schedule Data, which is not needed for the tutorial example. Design of vertical alignment for main intersecting highways, loop, and the slip roads. Next, select the tab Page 4 Step 6 for the design of vertical alignments for all the 10 roads. Click on button Ground Long Section. This will create the existing ground long sections as EC01, EC02 for 2 intersecting highways, EL01, EL02, EL03 and EL04 for 4 loops, ES01, ES02, ES03 and ES04 for the 4 slip roads by following the horizontal alignment of each of the above strings, picking up of ground elevations from the triangulation file HDS001.fil and saving the above 10 strings in the model files. As the process starts, the dialog box comes to create existing ground long sections as EC01, EC02, EL01, EL02, EL03, EL04, ES01, ES02, ES03, and ES04. Each time click on button Proceed. As the process finishes, the message comes, click on button OK. Next, the item is selected as Process via-line Design Data. There are 10,300 via-line data in this tutorial example, as displayed in the left bottom panel. These are for the design of vertical alignments for 2 main intersecting crossroads MC01 and MC02. For loops L001, L002, L003, and L004, and 4 slip roads S001, S002, S003 and S004 connecting the two main crossroads. Here in the interchange design, the vertical profile of one highway MC01 is elevated at the crossing zone, other highway MC02 is at grade at ground level. For loops L001, L002, L003, and L004 are connecting the elevated and the at grade highways. All the 4 slip roads S001, S002, S003, and S004 are at grade at the ground level. In other design work there may be some more or less number of alignments. Click on button Proceed. The process dialog box comes with 10 V-align designs in batch mode to process one after another. Click on button Proceed. As the process dialog box comes once again, click on button Proceed. As the process finishes, the message comes about the design report. Click on button OK, then Finish. This is to be repeated for each of the 10 design processes. As the designs of 10 vertical alignments are over, click on button Finish. Design of cross sections for main intersecting highways, loops and slip roads. Next, select the tab page for step 7 for the design of cross sections of the main 2 intersecting highways, 4 loops and 4 slip roads. There are 2 tab pages: Define cross section and Process cross section data. Selecting the tab page Define cross section, user has to select a road by selecting the master string from the list of all the 10 strings MC01, MC02, L001, L002, L003, L004, S001, S002, S003 and S004. All the horizontal and vertical offset data are given based on the typical cross section selected in step 5. For each master string, the data are given for 3 processes: offset, XSEC and interface. In licensed version of Heads Pro, user may modify the default dimension values as given in the list. Finally, click on button Assign. As the message comes, click on button OK. Next, selecting the tab page Process cross-section data, click on button Process cross-section data. This will call the batch process for processing the data for major options: 400 offset, 500 XSEC and 600 interface for each of the 10 roads MC01, MC02, L001, L002, L003, L004, S001, S002, S003 and S004. To start the batch process, click on button Proceed. During the process, the various dialog boxes will come. Click on button Proceed. As the process finishes, click on buttons OK and Finish. This is to be repeated for processing offset, XSEC and interface for all the 10 roads. As the batch process finishes, click on button Finish. A list will come to draw all the offset strings defining the carriageways of each road and the interface for embankment slopes in cut or fill. Next, click on button Create Cross-Section Drawings, and this will create cross-section drawing by reading the tables from file HDS003.fill. Upon selecting a string label and a desired shennage station, user will be able to see the cross-section at that particular shennage. Estimation of earthwork volume for main intersecting highways, loops and slip roads. Next, select the tab Page 4 Step 8 for the computation of earthwork volume for main intersecting crossroads and the slip roads. User has to select each string label one by one for all the 10 strings identifying the road and click on button Process Data. As the process starts, click on button Proceed. As the process finishes, the message comes about the report file. Click on button OK. This is to be repeated for all the 10 roads, by selecting the string label from the list. Drawings for plan, profile, and cross-sections for main intersecting highways and slip roads. Next, select the tab Page 4 Step 9 for creating the drawings for plan, profile, and cross-sections. As the tab Page 4 Plan is selected, click on button Process Data. The plan drawing will be created in the folder Design Drawings. The message comes and click on button OK. As the tab Page 4 Profile is selected, select the string for each of the 10 roads, click on button Process Data. As the process starts, click on button Proceed. The profile drawing will be created in the folder Design Drawings. The message comes and click on button OK and Finish. This process is to be repeated for each road by selecting the strings one by one. As the tab page for cross-section is selected, select the string for each of the 10 roads, click on button Process Data. As the process starts, click on button Proceed. The cross-section drawings will be created in the folder Design Drawings. The message comes and click on button OK and Finish. This process is to be repeated for each road by selecting the strings one by one. Design outputs for main intersecting highways and slip roads. Next, select the tab page for Step 10 for viewing the various design reports and drawings. First, click on button Create/Update Project Data File. This will save all the design-related major option data in the file Project Data File.txt in the project folder within the user's working folder, by maintaining the sequence of each process. Next, by clicking on desired button and selecting from the list, user will be able to see various input and output files. By clicking on button View Drawings, the Heads viewer will open with the list of all drawings created. By selecting a drawing from the list, user will be able to view the drawing. The drawings may be saved as DXF or DWG file in a desired folder. As the session ends, user has to close the workspace. As the message comes whether to save the project data file, click on button Yes. This will save the file project data file.txt in the project folder within user's working folder.